Hey guys, welcome back to Brandon Does Barbecue. Today, we're going to keep it simple and delicious with the All-American Cheeseburger. The cheeseburger is an American staple. It's something that every backyard barbecuer should know how to do. It's pretty simple, but there are some important tips to learn. So, let's get started. Now, at the heart of every great burger is good ground beef. Today we got our ground beef from the Virginia Beef Company. It's 80-20, 20% fat, 80% meat. That's a good fat to meat ratio because you want a lot of juices in that burger. If you go leaner, you're going to have a dry burger. So 80-20. We're going to start with our 2 pounds of ground beef. Get it opened up. Get yourself a good large mixing bowl. Look. So now we got our meat in the mixing bowl. We're going to go ahead and add about 5 dashes of Worcestershire. It's just extra flavor for me. You don't need it, but I prefer it. And next, for another layer of flavor, we're going to go ahead and add some Killer Hogs AP seasoning. Salt, pepper, garlic. I feel like this adds a nice touch to the ground beef. Now, time to get your hands dirty, unless you're wearing gloves. So go ahead and just mix it all in there. Get those ingredients combined. Let those flavors work together. Alright, so now that we got our meat all combined, go ahead and get it on our cutting board. We're going to portion it out. I'm going to do half-pound patties because since it's 80-20, I know it's going to shrink down a lot. I feel like it'll make a good size. And to do that, we're just going to cut it in half and then take those halves, cut those. Now go ahead and begin to form your patties. Now, most people know what a hamburger patty looks like. Pretty self-explanatory. You could try to go the Wendy's route and do a square, but I think we'll just stick with the old-fashioned circle. Now, if you've ever made a burger and it starts to swell up, well, there is a way to alleviate that. Just take your fingers, make a little indentation in the middle, and somehow, through the magic of science, it eliminates that happening. Pro tip. Alright, so our burger patties are made. They're looking pretty good, but we're going to add one more layer of flavor. Cattleman's Grill California Tri-Tip seasoning. This stuff has a lot of textures in it. It's going to help make a nice good crust and give it that good added flavor. Now, you don't have to use any of these pre-made rubs. You could do a simple salt and pepper. That's always good, but if you want your burger to pop, you want to add in those extra flavors. And I feel like a lot of these pre-made rubs, especially this one, really does the job. Today we're going to cook these burgers on the old Weber kettle. It's going at 550 degrees. We have a hot side and a cool side. Hot side's where we got all the hot lump charcoal. Cool side, there's nothing. I'm going to start these burgers on the cool side. Once they get up to temperature, we'll go ahead and throw them on the hot side to get that nice sear. Alright, so we got our burgers on the cool side. We're going to go ahead and let them hang out until they hit around 140 degrees. Once they hit that, we'll go ahead and throw them on the hot side. Get that good sear, get that nice crust. Alright, so our burgers have been on for about 12 minutes. I'm thinking they're hitting the points where we're going to go ahead and throw them on the hot side, but let's go ahead and check the temperature. Almost 140. This little one's probably higher. Yep, 144, 145, 145. Alright, let's go ahead and get her on the hot side. Now, I will give you a tip. A lot of people just use a spatula, flip it, their burger falls apart. If you can get a lined rubber glove, flip it, put it onto the glove, gently put it on the hot side, your burger will stay intact. Start with the first one, flip, put it on the hot side. So now, while we got those on the hot side, we're going to go ahead and get our buns, put them on the cool side, get them toasted up a bit. If you can get that little bit of a crust on there, it'll help for it to not absorb all those juices, and that way you don't have that soggy bun. I don't like soggy buns. Don't know about you, but if you don't, that's how you alleviate it. Let's get it. Alright, get those on there, and then we'll go ahead and flip our burger because it looks like they're getting some good flame. Alright, so our burgers have a few more degrees to go, but our buns are nice and toasty, so we'll go ahead and pull those off. Alright, so these have been on for about 4 or 5 minutes on the hot side. We'll go ahead and give them another flip. All right, so our burger's around 160, 165. We're gonna go ahead and put it to the cool side and get our cheese on. All right, now go ahead and put your cheese on. You can use whatever kind you want, but today we're just gonna stick with good old Kraft American singles. I'm doing 2 slices per burger just because these are pretty good sized burgers. Now go ahead and close her up and let that cheese melt. It won't take long, maybe a minute or 2, so don't walk away. Alright, so our burger's been on with the cheese for about 2 minutes, so I'm thinking it's probably good to go. Let's check it out. Ooh, look at that gooey goodness. Alright, they're looking pretty darn good. So, I think it's time to take these bad boys off. Alright, our burgers are done. It is time to build. Now there's many ways you can do a burger. We're going to keep it simple today. Like I said, it's a simple all-American cheeseburger. Start with our toasted bun. Got 50-50 mixture of mayo and barbecue. Get that nice and coated. Go ahead and get your lettuce, because you got to have your greens. Go ahead and add your tomato. Go ahead and get a little onion on there. And then put your patty on. Top it with some bacon. And cap it with a bun. There you have it. The all-American cheeseburger. That's beautiful. I can't wait any longer. Let's try and eat this bad boy. Now, pretty large. See if I can get my mouth around it. Man, that is an all-American cheeseburger. Mmm. Mmm. It's juicy. Got a nice charbroil taste going on. The crunches from the vegetables. Lots of flavors from the seasonings. It is so good. Mmm. That is really good. Alright guys, well, I appreciate you watching. If you like what you saw, like, subscribe, and all that jazz, and I'll see you next time.